The Sharks are the gift that keeps on giving. They shouldn't even have won this freaking game, but somehow they pull it out with Bernsey, an overtime game winner. Sends those Mighty Duck fans into sad, sad pond, crying, creating a flood of pond. Oh, well. Fuck it. Never mind. Who says I'm a poet? I'm not. It's December 27th, 2016. Sharks win 3-2. Welcome to this edition of Pucknology After Dark. Hello, I'm Eric, joined by AJ, Rocket, Landy, and Landy's special person in just a jiffy. But first, we'd like to remind you that this show wouldn't be possible if it weren't for Audible, an Amazon company. They've partnered with us to provide a free 30-day trial. You can search up to 180,000 audiobooks, and you can keep one even if you continue to use the service or not. Go to audibletrial.com/PAD to sign up. You get a free book. You help to support the show. And unlike the Anaheim Sucks, everybody wins. That's audibletrial.com/PAD. All righty. Let's check in with Rocket and AJ in just a sec. But first, on the scene outside Honda Center, it is our good friend Eric Landy. Eric, how are you, good sir?
Oh, doing well, man. Well, we got to see the Sharks win. That was probably the worst power plays I think we've seen all year. I mean, it has been really, really stagnant, and in person, it's worse. It's literally worse than it is on TV. So, I think that Jumbo and the guys need to do some extra reps, or either put LeBanc or Meyer on one of those wings, because it's just not cutting it. But luckily, the PK comes through, and we draw even on the special teams. So I guess that's decent.
Gotcha.
But you know what? I mean, it's not a long-term successful plan for this team.
No, of course not. How was the atmosphere in Anaheim tonight? Usually it likes to get invaded by a lot of teal.
Yeah, well, we met up with Teal City crew in the second intermission, and we had a Let's Go Sharks chant going on. It was pretty awesome, I must say. And it was probably, I'd say 60-40 between Sharks Ducks. I think the Duckies, they came out a little bit stronger than the Sharks fans, but we're in enemy territory. Kind of have to go with the flow there. But yeah, it was awesome, and you know what? The bro vibe in Southern California is alive and well.
Of course. And for the person standing next to you, it was her first game with you?
Yep, it was her first game. What did you think, Tamara?
It was really fun. That's all I can say.
You poor thing. I'm so sorry. We apologize. Now you know what we're up against, Well, you guys, thank you for your checking in. I know you guys have a long, little bit of a drive back to San Diego, so thanks for checking in. Congrats on enjoying a win in Quackenheim, and we'll see you later this week.
All right. Bye, guys.
Have a good one. All right, that was Landy and Tamara, apparently. Go, Landy. If you want to join the conversation, yes, sorry. Gen X. Use the hashtag PucknologyAD on the Twitter machine. You can also connect with us in the YouTube chat on the YouTube page that you're watching us on, or on the app itself. Tonight you have yours truly, PuckGuy14 at AJ_strong, and our backhander 76, because you love the Pucknologists, which you can subscribe to on Google, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, all of that. First off, let's check in with Miss Rocket Backhander.
Good evening.
How was your holiday?
My holiday, and it was good. It was a great holiday. Yeah. How was yours?
Good. It was excellent. Good. It was really, really good times.
Good.
What was your initial take from tonight?
Fisher cut bait. It is time to do something about the power play unit. I don't know what it is, but they need to do something. if they just take, they need to do something. I don't know what it is. I hope coaching has ideas. But yeah, that's what I took away from this evening. And also, Logan Couture's mother makes the best fruitcake on the planet.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to know. And without further ado, the return to After Dark, I guess, of sorts. The one, the only. You love him. You need him. AJ Strong. What did you take? First off, how was your holiday?
Uneventful, which is exactly what I wanted.
Perfect.
Drama fucking free. Thank you.
Yes. That's the important part. Now, as for tonight's game, was it uneventful?
No, the Sharks chomped when they should have chomped, and that chomped their whole chomp. And
I've got.
No, this was very reminiscent of when they played back east a very short time ago and straight up stole 4 points out of Eastern Canada. Our buddy Chester with with the comment of the night so far in the chat saying that the police scanner went off earlier, that 2 points had been stolen from Honda Center earlier and they were rolling units. It's holy crap. I mean, the team, they played for about 10 minutes, but I'm gonna, you know me, I've been beating this drum for a very long time. Special teams make a fucking difference. I don't expect you to score on every power play. Let's get that clear. I don't expect you to score on every fucking power play. But 0 for 4, 0 for 5, come on. Now, granted, the PK, good, but, I mean, for fuck's sakes. I mean, you only had to kill 1 tonight, and you were lucky with that. Yep. But you got 4 chances. You had the opportunity to put this away with, maybe not put it away, but make it a little more difficult, put it in Anaheim's heads a little bit more if you get another goal. But, I mean, goddamn, that power play. And, again, 3rd consecutive game now with Schlemko being scratched. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I know that Kersey had said something about, well, they're winning, so you don't fuck with the winning, lineup or whatever. I understand that to a certain extent, but, if that winning lineup is performing again like they did against Edmonton, where they only let 18 shots on goal, then I'm like, okay, tonight, 36 shots on goal they let get through.
And I think that's the season high allowed.
Possibly. So, big stick tack to Joner, although I did think that second goal was, you could go either way on that. It's all subjective. But either way, fucking Sharks undefeated in overtime for some godforsaken reason. Who knows why? But, if it's working, it's working. But I'm going to be real interested to see how the Pacific Division shakes out in April. And if they win the Pacific by 2, 3, 4 points, we can look back at these 2 weeks, stealing 2 points from Anaheim. Stealing
points early in the month.
Well, not that, but Toronto, Ottawa, but also stealing these points. But still, remember though, Anaheim faced them 4 times. They've taken points in every game that the Sharks have played them this year. Mm-hmm. But we can look at this, and if they just win it by a couple points, it's that Toronto game, it's the Ottawa game, it's this game that you can definitely point at and say those are 3 games the Sharks had no business in winning. But I'm sure there'll be a time later down the line that Ian will pop up, and it's a game that they lose, and he'll spend 20 minutes doing a soliloquy on how the Sharks should have clearly lost a game. Or, I'm sorry, should have clearly won it, even though they lost, but they were the better team and blah, blah, blah. So,
yeah, but like I said in early in the season, you need to get these points now where you have those tough games where you're hurting, you're pretty much banged up in like February, March, and April. You get these points now, you're in a good spot. You put more pressure on the teams below you to have to go all out and tire them out. And that's precisely, you hit the point right on there, AJ, where you have to get whatever points. Did the Sharks play a great game? Oh, hell no. But they found a way to get it done.
No, they did.
Yeah.
And just to address the chat, the teal only goes in the hair during the playoffs, just to let you know.
Eric, where did you get your hat?
This hat?
Yes.
I got it at the Shark store.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go, Bill. You got it at the Shark store.
Yeah. No, it was at the Shark store, I think March of last year. I'm sure they probably have some around, hopefully. But yeah, definitely the Shark store. I got my NorCal hat.
Yo, you talking to this hat? This hat right here?
This hat. Yes. I hate to bring it up because it's another one of our annoying points, but face-offs. Face-offs, face-offs, face-offs.
And if you're Logan Couture, you go, what are those?
Yeah.
All right. Clearly,
like
Rocket's cat has entered the room.
No, that was my soul groaning.
20 fucking percent. 20%. Why at this point? Why is he taking face-offs?
Cause you gotta suck first before you get better. I saw that in the movies somewhere.
They might suck, but damn, I didn't think it would be this suck. Do we have a number on his face-off percentage for the entire year? Because I think he's only had like maybe a couple of.
At this point, it's just an emoji. I can't even think that they give him a percentage. They just give him like a poop emoji, and that's what he gets.
That's what's going to start. That's what they're going to start putting in the face-off percentage. It's going to be like Ward 48%, Thornton 52%, Couture poop emoji. There you go. But you know who would probably know how he is on the season is Mr. Ian Reed. I bet you it would.
I would think Ian would.
I think Ian would
so
know.
Ian should find this out before I do. Hopefully. But yeah, 38% in the face-off circle, but for the whole team. Ward led the team with 57%. Like you said, Couture 21%. It's just really weird as to what the heck is going on. Ever since.
Well, see it. Hold on. Let me preface this.
His little cheating accusation from Crosby, he hasn't been doing too well. Go ahead, AJ.
It's been awful, but like I said, for some reason, I have to preface this. I don't know why. I don't expect Couture to go 100%. I don't expect him to win every fucking face-off, okay? It sucks that I have to say that, but some people think when I say that he sucks in the circle that I expect him to win everything. I don't. The thing is, though, I want him to win more often than not, and up until this season, he pretty much had been doing that. But if you are going to win only 20%, please let them be in the offensive zone, during a power play. I mean, at least make it a good face-off win that you get it. And Ian Reed saying he has to be fucking better than 38.1%.
Well, I don't know about his off-ice performance.
Not this season, bro. No, that sounds like that might be about it. To be honest with you, if you would have said 38 over or under, I probably would have bet on the under on that.
This is what you get for calling Sidney Crosby a cheater.
Right?
Face-off circle. This all goes back to that statement, I promise you. I don't know how. I just know it does.
I don't know. But like Ian said on Twitter earlier, no one remembers how pretty they were. They just remember the W. Also, I have awesome luck this holiday for turning on games for overtime goals. Well, personally, I would rather Ian turn it on so that way we win before we go into overtime, so that way we're not giving away points to division opponents. But good job, Ian. Back to you, AJ.
And for those of you who give a flying fuck, Vatanen was not in. He was actually sent home with the flu. So he'll be reevaluated for anybody who's going to be following Anaheim versus Calgary and everything, just in case you have Vatanen on your fantasy team. But let's talk about the goals for a minute. the Paul Martin one. Okay, so the funny thing for me tonight with the two goals that came in regulation, the first one, Couture gets completely just dumped on his ass in the blue paint, and Paul Martin almost takes his head off with the shot. It was so funny to see Couture see it come in and he's like kind of, whoa, hey, dude, I'm right here. And Martin was just kind of like, dude, I've got the entire 4x6. Calm your tits. He's like, I got this.
But I'm thinking, sorry to interrupt, but I'm thinking maybe if Logan had kind of directed it,
it would have been funny if he give it a header,
the goal,
a header into the net. That would have been cool. But good on Mark. I'm actually really surprised that. I mean, Couture had it wide open just before that whole sequence happened. I'm surprised that Couture didn't get that goal. The Carlson goal had to have been so far this season that probably has my vote for the most what the fuck goal this year. I mean, that Carlson goal had no business getting by Gibson. None whatsoever. That was borderline Owen Nolan beating Roman Turek in 2000 in the playoffs. I mean, that puck had no business going in the net.
But sweet skills on that little deflection. I mean, and nice. It bounced like a freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. It was awesome, and which brings me to brings to mind when our favorite defenseman Danny Boyle was quoted as saying, "Hey, can we get a round puck on the next game?"
What was that? After he let in the game winner in Colorado?
No, I can't remember what it was. I just remember seeing it on one of the Sharks segments. But yeah, the first goal by Case. What are you going to do? I mean, it was the defense hung him out to dry, and the Silverberg. It was a similar situation. I don't know if you saw it, but Dylan and Thornton kind of keyed on the same guy. Dylan was supposed to pick up Silverberg in the back end, but they both keyed on the same defensive player. And so Silverberg had just a walk-in shot, uncontested. So I think that's something that they'll work on, that they got to work on that communication. And then the Brent Burns goal, of course, was just sweet. Only a Wookiee can put that up.
The Wookiee did it for Princess Leia.
That's right. No,
right.
I'm glad you say it. The Wookiee Chewbacca made sure Carrie was saluted tonight.
I'm sorry if I don't pronounce the names exactly the way you want. Go suck a dick.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, man. Fuck.
Well,
sorry. You know what? I'm not talking about waffle boarding and shit like that, so give me a fucking break.
It wasn't just Sleepy Mofo in the chat says Dylan stood like a statue. The thing is, that last period, the Ducks dominated. It looked like they were playing a man up for most of the 20 minutes there. So, as unfortunate of a play as that occurred because of Dylan's gaffe, I would not say that he's the only one on the team to make gaffes throughout the evening, or that his gaffe was the worst or the most costly throughout the season.
Not at all.
Yeah, the entire team looked terrible. They looked scared, and they looked as close to the 2014-15 Sharks as I have seen them in probably the last 13, 14 minutes of that game tonight.
Can we talk about Vince G's comment for a second? Because this is in the show. No. Read it funnier. Schlemko slept with Schlemko slept with DeBoer's dog and ran over his wife. See, that's funnier.
That's horrible.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Schlemko. That's the weird thing, is that, remember, it was just a few short weeks ago, we had been shitting on Bodker because until something changes, that's what we're going to continue to do here. We've been shitting on Bodker, and we've been discussing that who knew, Schlemko, when that deal was announced, when Schlemko and Bodker was announced, Schlemko was treated as the afterthought, that it was kind of nice piece or whatever.
Right.
And then if you look at what happened in the first month and a half, 2 months, it was like, holy crap, look at their possession numbers. Him and Dylan are making a fantastic combo on the bottom pairing. That this is working out really, really well. And now it's just kind of like, well, wait a minute, what the hell happened with Schlemko? You know, like what did he do? I'm hoping this is some sort of lower injury that nobody's telling us. If it's a flu or something, they'd be telling us. I just don't understand what's going on with Schlemko, who he pissed off. Not to say that DeMello isn't capable, but
No.
I mean, if this is the way you're going to go, why bother to sign Schlemko at all?
But yeah, and here's the thing.
To raise the bottom line of your third pairing. That's why you got Schlemko, because
Yeah.
you needed to find someone equal or better, and probably better than Dylan in order for that third pair to work. Putting him with AHL journeymen and rookies was not working.
No, I hear that. So
That's why they went out and got Schlemko, to answer your question.
I'm going to be interested to see if they ever try Schlemko with Dylan. I mean, the Schlemko with DeMello. So there's too many fucking D's on this team. Go suck a D.
Only if somebody's injured.
Yeah, probably. But I still
I would only think
Dylan.
if Dylan's injured. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. It's got to be a nagging injury that nobody's talking about, and I mean nobody. It just seems a little weird for them to not say anything, and I mean, I know the second we say, well, it was an incident off the ice, then everything's gonna blow up, and
we all had. Okay, so me, Rocket, Eric. I would say at least the three of us, probably Ian and Landy. We all had at this point, like right at Christmas, we all had that Paul Martin would have the same amount of goals as Bodker, right?
Sure,
Absolutely.
Sure. Now that Paul Martin has more goals than Bodker and Ward, yes.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's one of those things where you go, that I don't know. He seems to be doing the right things. We've been saying that for a while, but maybe you send him another message or something. I don't know.
Ooh, Bodker?
Because yeah.
See, this is the whole thing. If you, oh God, I can fucking Ian is clicking the link right now. Ian's about to come on here and tell everybody the shit about Bodker. No, I watch Bodker. I mean, Bodker got, he did get the primary assist on the first goal tonight. And he is one of the few guys who seems to be hustling a bit. Seem to have a little more under his feet tonight. I mean, I don't feel like Bodker's issue is a lack of try.
Right. It isn't.
I mean, it's a little bit of a lack of luck, but at some point you have to produce. And we're talking, we're like 5-6 games away from the halfway point. I mean, dude, because has Bodker been scratched at all this season?
No, and that's what I was going to say.
Yes.
He has?
I think so.
Ian?
Ian?
Because didn't he get benched and then he came back and actually turned around and started to look like he was about to do something?
Yeah, no, Ian's saying no, he hasn't been scratched. So
sorry.
That's, shit. Maybe, but that's the whole thing is I feel like he's I would have scratched him earlier, but the last 6-7 games, he's been skating well. He just, that guy could not hit water in a boat. And thank you,
Donskoy. Yes. That was who I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah. So Bodker, yeah. I mean, when you can't score on Lindsay Lohan coming out of a liquor store, there's a problem, man. Come on, dude. Just, and it makes you wonder, if he has a game where he gets 2 goals like Donskoy did the other day, maybe that would open up the floodgates and it would help him with some confidence or something. I just don't even know at this point. Because at least, at least PDB has been leaving him on the line with Couture, because there's been a couple times where I'm like, you know what, Couture, LeBanc, and Timo, that could be a little fun. But
yeah, no, I completely agree. It's how many chances are we going to give him? You scratched everybody else. It kind of seems like okay. I mean, how is he getting away from being a scratch in this with his schneid that he's on?
Because he's managed to keep his hands to himself, and he hasn't kicked any but his dog.
Do we know for sure that DeBoer has a dog?
It's a terrible way to refer to his wife, but go ahead.
Wow, no way.
He might have a girlfriend. You don't know.
Wow, I walked right into that one, didn't I? Oh boy. All right. Well, moving onward. Overall, I think we agree the Sharks did not deserve to win this one, and their third period play, Rocket, you hit it on the head. They looked like they were the 2014-15 team, in just letting Anaheim be all over it. And I even tweeted out, it's like it's just you can feel that Anaheim's about to get the lead anytime now after that horrific power play. Good teams do, they find some type of way to win games, and great teams will do that. And I don't know with you guys, but now you have a 3-point lead on the Oilers and a 4-point lead on the Ducks. Let me get the standings up right now because I know I had those set up right before we went on to the air.
Did LA win tonight?
Well, let's go around the league while we.
Hey, look at that!
Third league.
Did you see that fucking transition I just tossed your way?
That was some like Movie Maker 91 with a little where it just pixelates into boxes and then wipes the screen kind of transition.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's go around the NHL since it's been 3 days since the league played. Pittsburgh 5, New Jersey 2. Sidney Crosby, of course, does stuff again. Hold the phone, folks. The New York Islanders defeated the Washington Capitals 4-3 in the three-quarter arena known as Barclays Center.
Hey, I wonder if Columbus won again.
13 in a row for the Blue Jackets. They beat the Boston Bruins 4-3.
And the Wild, how are they doing?
Yeah, how are the Wild doing?
They beat the Nashville Minions 3-2 in overtime to keep their streak. Zach Parise coming back and getting his 6th of the year.
If you told me that the game of the fucking year was going to be the Blue Jackets versus Minnesota, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. And that's the way it's shaping up at this point.
Saturday night, and once again, the league got it wrong and not put it on Hockey Night in Canada. How dare they? Those freaking hosers. They each have one more game on Thursday before they enter. So, for the sake of the sanity, my goodness, please let them win. So we have 14 win streak versus an 11 game win streak. That would probably be huge for them. Ottawa loses to the Rangers at MSG 4-3. Yes, some would say my Winnipeg Jets beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-1, but I wouldn't say that. Calgary 6 beating the lowly Avalanche 3.
Fuck,
Dallas.
You ain't lying, dude. The Avs, I think they're gonna end up they're gonna make Arizona look competitive. Like Arizona or Colorado might be the worst team in the league.
It's scary to think that because
they have talent.
They have the talent, and I don't know what you do with Colorado right now. I know they got off to a late start because they had to get a new coach late, but still, that just seems weird for them. Dallas beats Dallas beats the Desert Dogs.
Drink.
You're welcome. In fact, I caught Randy doing who mentioned the Desert Dogs earlier. Of course, the Sharks beat the Ducks 3-2 in overtime. That's why you're here. By all means, we welcome those of you who watched Sharks Postgame Live with Brody and Kersey. This is Pucknology After Dark. With that being said, I think I can get the standings up now. I think. And it goes something like this. So the Sharks are at 45 points. They have 20 rows. Yes, they have 4 more rows than the second. Well, they have at least 3 more rows than anybody in the division, plus a game in hand on Edmonton and Quackenheim. Oilers at 42, Ducks at 41, Calgary idle tonight. They are at 40, holding out on a wild card spot, and LA at 38, holding down a wild card spot. And then the other two, they're getting close to not even being bothered with any more. Wow.
Let's hit the chat real fast.
Go for it.
What happened from someone named Chris JWS wants to know what happens first? Puck guy gets a new Dell or Aaron Dell starts a game?
Aaron Dell gets. Oh wait. Well, how soon is February?
I think Dell gets a game.
I think Dell gets a game.
Yeah.
I will say this, and I hate to move it, but somebody got a nice little birthday gift.
Hey now.
Hey.
So if you're wondering why I sound really nice and super clear, it's because I have a Blue Yeti. Back to you, AJ.
He sounds silky smooth.
That's right.
From Nick Teppitz, how many wins do you think Jonesy will get? Who do you think will end with the most wins for goalies? Boy.
Okay, Bryce.
No, see, I'm not going to say Carey Price because I think Montreal gives him a little more rest than Jones again. At this point, like going into tonight, Martin Jones played the second most games in the entire NHL. So if they're going to roll that, then yeah, I think Jesus Christ, how many wins do I think Jones will get? I'm going to put him at starting. Shit, at this point, I'm going to put him at starting like 75 games. Yeah. I'd give him out of 75. I'd give him 49.
Whoa,
Maybe 47. 47, somewhere in the late 40s. I'll give him. And
he's at 19, by the way.
Yeah, AJ don't give a fuck.
That's nothing new.
I mean, yeah, mid to late 40s. I'll give him that. And does he end up with the most wins? Well, I mean, we'll see that, but that's the whole thing. If he's going to start the most games, then I would say yeah, because the odds are ever in his favor. The more games you start, the more opportunities you have to win. So
absolutely. I say 40. I say you're going to use Dell a little bit more, and he goes for 40. Rocket, what do you think?
He gets 74 starts and wins 47.
Okay,
nice. We'll see. And I'm looking at the schedule. There's 1, 2. Oh boy, those weekends are a motherfucker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 more back-to-backs till the end of and a couple of them are very close to get, like Philly and then New Jersey. That's a tight back-to-back, very little travel. Arizona and Boston, tight back-to-back, very little travel. Dallas, Minnesota, that's one I can see Dell getting a start. Minnesota and Winnipeg, back-to-back, very little travel. And the way that PDB is playing this, I'm just saying, I mean, if he wants to try to burn him out, then burn him out, and then he'll have to answer for it come after once the playoffs are done, unless they bring home that big silver thing that we all were 2 games away from winning last year.
Slushy asking, who gets off the schneid first, Dylan, Bodker, Ward, or Haley?
Haley.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Fuck you. Who is asking this? Because this was like my fucking my poll question like 3 hours ago. What now?
Yours might actually have had different people.
I did 2 different
options. Was Martin Jones?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. What were the options?
From Slushy, it was.
Oh shit! We're answering a Slushy question.
We're asking a Slushy question. I'm just curious. Which one did you?
Well, what were the choices again?
Dylan, Bodker, Ward, or Haley?
Who scores next?
Haley.
Who gets off their schneid?
Well, so who
Rockets
scores
and
next?
Haley.
Yeah, Dylan, Bacher, Ward, Haley. Oh, I don't know. I mean, if it's hard to, I mean, you can't choose Ward because it's hard to score if you're not on the ice.
That's why I say Haley, because he's like he just sneaks in there as the fourth line plug, and nobody really pays him attention, and then he gets some good looks, and eventually he's going to cash in on one of them.
Yeah, but but Haley has
No.
like one shot on goal like every 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Out of that group, honestly, I would say Bodker. But I mean, snake bit is snake bit. What are you going to do? But I
Right.
mean, if I had to put money on it, I would unfortunately say Bodker.
Yeah,
Ian
which-
Reed's in the chat saying that Haley is not on the Schneid because scoring is not his job.
Yeah.
True. Although it would be nice for him to contribute, which he did tonight by having a nice little bout with Jared Bull, and he did also cause a Duck player to take a penalty tonight, which set the Sharks up on a crappy ass power play. But that's beside the point. AJ, in your poll question, you had who was the first to score their third goal of the season. You put Bodker, Nieto, Haley, Jones. As of this moment, Bodker is tied with Michael Haley, who has 0 goals on the year, with Nieto and Jones trailing at 10%. In fact, I'll retweet that night right now.
It's all good.
So the Sharks have a nice little lead in the Pacific, along with the Rose. I mean, which is nice. They're tied for second most in the West behind Minnesota, who's won 11 in a row and have 21 rows. So it's nice to have all of that. As we kind of talk league-wise here, our good friend, my good friend, Chris Creamer, found out on the, while searching for eBay, something that's been confirmed, and I can confirm this as well. Get ready, folks.
Really? That's the one you had to fucking go with? Seriously?
Well, it's the only one that we've seen so far.
Motherfucker.
But yes, that supposedly those will be the new practice. I emphasize this, practice jerseys. We don't know for sure yet if it's either the Penguins are adding a roundel to their logo, which they've had in the past, or every team will have a roundel around their logo. But nonetheless, okay, it's a practice jersey. No biggie. Right, guys?
I don't really like the soccer stripes up the side. I don't like that at all.
That's Adidas. But the thing that I'm going to get a kick out of is when they put the round, what did you call it? A round hole? Roundel?
No,
A roundel, like a butthole. But it's a roundel.
But it's a roundel.
Oh,
okay. Boy, that's going to look like shit like around the Hurricanes logo. I mean, you put it around, put a circle around a circular logo. It's probably not going to look so good, but okay. Whatevs. I mean,
Yeah.
who it's we talking about practice jerseys.
Yes.
We talking about practice jerseys. Nobody gives a fuck.
We are talking about practice, but we all know how many people are concerned about the jerseys are changing next year, and if you've gone into the Sharks store, I think the Sharks store still has a Canada World Cup jersey, and I believe the stripes will only be on the practice jersey and the All-Star jerseys. So when the All-Star jerseys get unveiled, probably in January, you will see the 3 stripes, but I don't think it'll be on the game jerseys. Another thing that's also came out today, as we get closer and closer to the NHL celebrating its centennial, are the patches that will be going on the jerseys. Starting on for the Sharks will be January 3rd against the Kings. If any of you remember how the 20th anniversary jerseys looked.
Oh my God, Mindbender X in the chat saying that Montreal, if you do that butthole thing around it, it becomes the OC.
I like it. I like sleepy.
Yes.
I like sleepy mofo's comment. Puck guy throwing up that penguin shit, and he's like, and in an instant, Puck guy 14 has lost hundreds of Twitter followers.
But gain
Hey.
hundreds more.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't have enough time to quickly Photoshop the Sharks logo. Forgive me.
Look, the Blue Jackets have put a jersey together to mark how many games in a row they've won.
38 in regulation, 100 in overall. But that's where the patch will be going on every jersey. They'll go right underneath the numbers. Many of you who saw where the Sharks put their 20th anniversary patch, it's exactly where that will go as well.
Ian Reed in the chat pointing out, Eric, that on Twitter, your porn bots will never leave you.
My porn bots will never leave me.
Nope.
Oh, dear God, help us all. For a good time, contact at PuckGuy14.
Hey-oh, you heard it here first. For a chomp time.
Yes.
Are you feeling
I like
chompy? Do you need to get chomped? Do you need to get chomped off? Talk to Puck Guy. He's your chomp man.
Yeah, speaking of porn bots, who's running Martin Jones's account lately?
Right?
Right? That's yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Laurel with the classic.
Yes. Please be talking about your cat, Puck. I don't have a cat, so no. Nick Neff Teppets, is the current Sharks swag going to be cheap after Adidas takes over?
No.
No.
When has Shark swag ever been cheap?
When it comes from China.
Yeah, when you go to the Sharks Super Sale, then you can get a couple cheap things. Other than that, you will continue to pay an 800% markup. You will continue to pay $80 for an item that costs them $4 to produce.
Yeah, but
Believe me, I worked in this fucking field. I know. We used to charge. It's like Nike. You know, you're paying for the logo. You're paying for that brand that they've instilled in everybody. You are paying for a shirt that cost no more than like $3 to put together. But all of a sudden they put a little Nike logo on it. All of a sudden they can charge $30, all because it has a little whoop. It's the same thing with the Sharks, man. You can take a perfect example. A buddy of mine who actually does stitching. He bought for Christmas. He did this for me a few years back. Just got a blank gray sweatshirt and did the. We all remember the circle fin that was on the shoulder of the inaugural jerseys. One of the greatest logos ever. He did that in like this cool black, white, gray scale thing. There was no teal in it. It was just this like gray with kind of gray. It was very understated and subtle, but it looked classy as fuck. And he did it, all the stitching and everything. It was, you don't know, every single time I've ever worn that to a Sharks game, minimum 10 people coming up to me going, where did you buy that? Did you buy that here? Where was it? And it was never for sale. It was one of a kind. But it cost him probably, I don't know, like $10, like the sweatshirt that, you know, it was a nice sweatshirt. Maybe it was like 15 or something like that. But obviously, if you bought like 50,000 of them to sell, you're going to get a little bit of a price break. But, you know, the stitching was next to nothing. But shit, it was super sweet.
Completely off subject, but still very much on topic.
Sure.
Which Shark, past or present, has the best porn star name?
ooh, let's see. I mean, you could go Mike Ricci. You could go Brian Marchment.
I kind of think Pat Falloon.
Best Sharks porn star. What jerk off came up with this fucking question?
Christian Meva.
Chris in the chat.
Let's see. Bracken Kearns, we're getting in the chat from Morocco 323. Nick Neff Teppets, Don Score. Slashy Nils Ekman. No, Mike never sits on head. Tyson Sexsmith. Yes.
Alan McCauley.
Alan.
That's not bad.
Let's listen to Buckeye on this. Why? I don't understand where I get the where I'm the porno guy. That's
You bring it on yourself, dude.
No, apparently Ian brought it up.
No, I don't know if it was Ian or Chris. It was someone in the chat, though.
It was one of them. It was one of
No,
them.
I think the best for all we're talking all time Sharks.
Yes,
I think so.
Oh, well, then I think I would go with Ed Belfour because he's the most tyrannical pussy anybody's ever dealt with.
Dang. How many
So
games did Al Belfour play with the Sharks?
I don't know, 17?
If that.
Okay.
Well,
because then he got hurt, and he said, "Oh, I'll be back. It reminds me of Chicago. I'll sign the second I'm here." And then, like 1 minute into free agency, he signs with Dallas. Yeah. And you wonder why he's hated. Yes.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy, indeed.
No.
Worst porn name, Mikko Bodker, because he can't score.
Ouch.
You can't even score in a porn. I mean, come on.
You totally can.
Nabokov.
Wow. No, there we go.
That's true. Oh,
Chris hit it on the head. Murray Craven.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Steve Shields. Yeah, that's a good one.
Andrew Desjardins.
It's amazing. It's amazing how this works.
You're watching Pucknology After Dark. Sexy Sharks talk here on the internet.
Oh my.
Mark Edward Vlasic in Logjammin'.
We should just let Rocket go on with names for a little bit, and then I think it'll be okay.
Oh boy. What? Johan Gropenlove? Who's Gropenlove?
Gropenlove.
That's what Chris wrote.
Gropenlove. Oh, jeez. No. Yes, it used to be Johan Garpenlove, but yes, Johan Gropenlove.
Okay. Johan Garpenlove. Ian Reed saying everything will not be okay.
Yeah.
Ulf Dahlin, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Ulf Dahlin.
Ulf Dahlin, you beast! No. Okay, sorry.
And Matt Nieto's from Long Beach, California.
Oh God. Oh man.
Right? It's amazing. I don't understand why I don't cash in on this talent.
You should. I've been telling you this.
Idiot. That's why.
The one thing you got to do, you also have to you have to live a little. Watch a game when Rocket is an arm's length away from you. This is one of the most animated women I've ever seen on a couch.
That game was such a nail biter. I couldn't deal with it.
I swear we do need to all get together for a game sometime. Mine
No, not before a game. For a game.
Yes, for.
No, that's what I said. For a game.
Oh, I thought you said before. I'm sorry.
Marco Sturm sounds like a real porn star.
Yeah.
Guys.
Crankshaft is good.
Crankshaft.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did we miss Crankshaft?
I don't know.
Or Ryan
Sorry.
Clough. Oh, anyways, yes, we're going off the rails. So
Ryan Clough looks like a porn star.
You're not wrong at all.
See?
You're not wrong at all.
Alex Staylock.
Can we? Yeah, it was.
All right.
Ian even saying this is so off the fucking rails right now. Can we not?
Come on.
Let's move on to
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And
I will see you there.
I will be there as well. Philly
really?
coming off. Yeah,
you're gonna be there.
I will be there.
This might be there too. This could potentially. This might be there. Giggity.
How do we feel about this matchup?
It's going to be a good matchup.
If the Sharks bring this game that they just had against the Flyers, do they have any shot of winning?
They're not going to bring this game because remember, this is the new season, and the Sharks do really well when they play that first game after being on the road.
That's right.
However, they're coming home tonight, as opposed to staying overnight in the city that they were in. So this will be interesting what they do. This will be an interesting one. Philly's been on fire as late, although they've cooled down just a little bit. But shoot, Voracek, Konecki, Giroux. I mean, this isn't an easy one from far away, but the Sharks have played Philly very well over the last few years.
Sorry. Okay, last one, final one, only because Sleepy Mofo threw it. Marty McSorley. Okay, I just had to do that one. It was worth it. It was worth the wait. Fuck you.
Ian says Provorov as well. Yes, I agree on that one as well. Mason.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So Philly's basically on fire right now, but they're not necessarily in full tilt flame. They're sort of smoldering.
Well, I'd be interested if I remember correctly. Like we've done pretty well against Philly over like the last 5-6 years. So who knows? That's the whole thing. Philly can go on these teams can go on these ridiculous streaks. If you notice, the vast majority of these streaks all happened in the Eastern Conference, where that can happen. So I think the Sharks will do good. I actually worry more about the Kings game on New Year's Eve. I think the Sharks can, especially after tonight, and they're going to have 2 days to practice, which you would hope would help. They're obviously coming home tonight, sleep in their own beds. I hope the next 2 days, good practice. For the love of God, man, can work on that fucking power play. And somebody sit Logan in the corner with a face-off specialist and just practice for like half the day.
Yeah.
Does Scotty Nickel work for any NHL team at the moment? I know Manny Malhotra does.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, where's fucking Malhotra when you need it? Well, you know what it is, Malhotra? You might as well get Lil Jon to be your fucking face-off coach. Get low, get low, get low.
If they need to do something with the power play, they need to do something with the power play.
Ugh.
Well, Malhotra is in Vancouver. Did somebody say Vancouver?
Yeah. Fuck you, hockey jerk.
Thank you, hockey jerk. You're awesome.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it should be interesting. Now, here's the question. And Def Can Grodling 44 is saying it. Dell should start against Philly, or should Dell start against Los Angeles?
No, you can't ever not start Jones against LA. You just can't.
And you're not gonna. No. Unless Martin Jones is like, ow, my leg hurts, I can't. Then he's starting Philly and he's starting LA.
I'd start Dell against Philly. I would. Sharks have a good record against Philly. You can't start Jones 78 fucking games. You can't do it. You're gonna burn his ass out.
Watch.
All right, but I'm just saying you got to get Dell in there from time to time. At the very least, just in case, God forbid, something fucking happens to your starting goaltender, you have to. I mean, I don't know. I would like to see Dell get that start, because if you look at it, if he's not going to get that start, he damn well better get a start versus Edmonton or Calgary, which is 2 weeks after, which is a back-to-back on the road.
Well,
yeah, probably not then either.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, then when do you start the fucking guy?
Well,
in case if Martin Jones is legitimately injured and cannot physically perform his job, then Dell gets the call up. It is not until they physically break Martin Jones that Dell is going to get called up.
See,
I'm not excited about it either, but there's no other reason for the system other than that. So
I look at it this way: you're going to have him start on Friday. You'll have him start Saturday. Of course, you'll have him start Tuesday against LA. If Minnesota's still on fire, you know that you're going to probably start Jonesy on Thursday against them. Do you maybe Dell gets a chance against and I can't believe I'm saying this, the lowly Detroit Red Wings?
Fuck those guys.
I mean, here's something we really haven't talked about much. Detroit's in serious danger of missing the playoffs for the first time.
Boo fucking who?
I mean, they are second to last in the East. Only New Jersey is worse.
And yet, if you look on third-party ticket resellers now, that's one of the hardest tickets to get.
Because of the giveaway item.
Oh, what is the giveaway item against Detroit?
The Seal shirt.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like the Seals shirt and the Warriors mass-up jersey are like the two biggies right now.
Mm-hmm. But of course, if Dell becomes a star because Jones is injured, this means this guy's your backup.
What happened to Grosnick?
Troy?
Troy's been on fire himself.
That's what I'm saying.
Troy's been good.
But do you go Troy or you go...
Of course you go Troy. He's fucking earned it.
Bruh. You go Troy.
Troy's fucking earned it.
He still looks a little goofy. Like he's still fixing some aspects of his game.
Man, remember when everybody was ready to blow Dylan Larkin last year and now nobody wants to touch him with a 10-foot dick?
Ian reading the chat saying it would totally be Grosnick and it's not even close, which is pretty much what I was saying. So.
Yeah.
Hey. Way to have Rockets back, Ian. Way to have Rockets back.
Not even.
Not even close.
All right. Is Jones allowed to play Jones against the Bruins? Because as of right now, I don't think a late first-round pick was a fair trade.
Wait, what?
That's what Nick Neff-Teppet said. Is Jones allowed to play Jones against the Bruins? Because as of right now, I don't think a late first-round pick was a fair trade.
Okay.
Because I would think
the answer is both. Moving on.
Yeah.
Only if you have a coupon.
Jake, you should. Nonetheless, final thoughts, Mr. Strong.
Sharks, you are playing with house money right now. Okay? Use it to your benefit. You are playing with the house money. You stole points in Toronto, Ottawa, tonight in Anaheim. You flat out fucking theft. Use it to your benefit. Pocket that shit so maybe you can take it a little easy down the stretch. Hey, here's a novel idea. You pocket enough points that when you're going into the latter weeks of April, the latter weeks of March and the beginning of April, you have so many points banked up that you can give Dell 2 or 3 starts and give Jones a little time to build up for the playoffs. Besides that, fuck, man, can we get the power play into like the top 15 in the league, top half? That'd be nice. Going into tonight, you were at 19 and falling. 0 for 4 tonight. I mean, yeah, your PK is looking good. It's top 10, 9th going into tonight. But man, get that fucking power play working. Find Couture, get him does he need like the love guru or some shit to like figure out how to win in the fate? What fucking official? What official does Couture need to apologize to to figure out what's going on with him in the circle? I mean, there's a few tweaks in there. Schlemko, apologize to PDB. I don't know what the hell you did. Apologize. And with that, at least for me,
in the chat saying face-offs for dummies. That's what he needs.
There you go. Yeah.
They should get that from Audible.
He needs Selena Gomez. He does have a Gomez aversion, I know. But geez, audiobooks by Rocket on the Go. I like it.
Pocket Rocket.
Yeah. I'm on board with this.
Chris actually makes a good point, and we need to talk to Ross McEwen about this. Rocket, you should do the audiobook version of Ross McEwen's book.
Oh my God! Yeah.
100
Yeah.
things Sharks fans need to know and do before they die. If you
Right.
haven't gotten it yet, by all means, go get it. I mean, it is great. But yes, Rocket, you need to do the audio version.
Okay.
No offense,
Can you
Ross.
imagine? Oh my God!
I wonder if I just sat on. Okay, yeah, no, I'll figure it out.
The
All right.
Sharks were down 4-1 and came back 6-5 on an overtime goal by Devin Setaguchi.
AJ don't.
You're
AJ don't.
not even close.
I know
Close.
it's not even close, but I don't give
Oh
a
my
shit.
god.
I don't give a shit. Anyway, final thoughts. So fix all that shit that I said earlier. We need to get the fuck out of here. So fix all that shit. Work on that. You got 2 days. You got 2 days, and you got the back-to-back. And then, hell, life doesn't get any easier. You get the little all-star thing, but the next 2 months are going to be hell until you get that bye week in February. So, do what you can. And with that, there is, for those of you who watch this show and also listen to the Pucknologist, there is no Pucknologist this week. I gave everybody the week off because, God damn it, sometimes you need a week off. So we will see you all in 2017. Do us a favor. Follow at Pucknologist, if you will. Thank you for playing. We'll see you on Friday. Maybe I'll check in. Eric and I will check in on Friday during the Philly game.
Yeah. Final thoughts, Rocket Backhander.
Bless you. Final thoughts. Hey, it's almost 2017. 2016 has sucked a bag of donkey dicks, and I'm looking forward to 2017 only sucking maybe like opossum vaginas. I don't know, something other than donkey dicks. Insofar as this team goes, they're making great strides. They have good numbers within the league. Our blue line has made leaps and bounds worth of progress. We have a couple of nice pieces in the cabinet. We're in a good place as long as nobody else gets major injuries. And please, dear God, let the coaches be talking about something to infuse and inject life. And the power play needs, that special team needs something. I don't know what it is, but they need to do something. Go Sharks.
They probably need to hear Rocket do Ross McEwen's book. That's what I'm
It-
saying.
Probably.
The power play needs the force, which got a lot stronger today.
Yes, and unfortunately, the Force also got weaker. Rest in peace, Princess Leia. Nonetheless, that being said, the Sharks they've won 3 in a row. They have a 3-point lead in the Pacific. They have at least 3 more rows over anybody in the Pacific. They're in good shape. They need to keep it going. We will see you after the Philly game on Friday night. So, of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. We love you guys. We want to keep doing this. We want to have more subscribers and more viewers. Tell friends about us. If not, you can also listen to the audio version of this on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn, MySpace. I mean, I'm sure we can even have Rocket do some voiceover stuff on the Pucknology Instagram account. By all means, hit us up on almost every single social media channel ever. Because
hold on.
Oh, yes,
We're getting called out in the chat. I'm saying, no love for George Michael here.
Oh no.
I think we would say, we would give love to George Michael, but I like music.
Absolutely.
But I like music.
Oh, come on. No, George Michael is pretty damn good. I mean, yes, he wasn't a
I know. But man, that was the whole thing. It was like George Michael was alive and then wham! Nobody saw that coming.
Damn. Too soon, man. Wow. Wow.
Funny.
Wow. I never mind. And with that being said, make sure you hit Pucknology.net. Hopefully, now if you're still watching us, for all your Sharks news, information, and opinions. Until Friday night, we apologize for our perversionness and our too soonness. But I am Eric Kura with a wonderful, wonderful Mike. And keep it real. Keep it tight. Keep it real tight. Good night.
Use lube.
You know who kept it real tight? George Michael.